Hello everybody. I was out here today, first of all, thank you good Lord, we almost got snake bit just then and we didn't. There was a rattlesnake 5 yards behind my chair right here. And so that's on the video before this one. And I just got where I can talk again. And Miss Daisy walked between me and the chair. So anyway, this video is about target panic, what helped me the most. And I don't know if I want to say I'm done with target panic, but I can say I got it beat down pretty good. And I want to cover some things that's helped me the most. And what they are, I mean, number one, if you go back and watch my video, Hunting with Target Panic, you will see that it was terrible. I would draw the bow back, I'd shoot, and I could shoot good shots at 15 yards, but I might shoot right here one time, I might shoot right here one time, I might shoot right here one time. And I had just learned to really bear down on my spot. And I mean, I took a lot of animals hunting with that, but my shooting was horrendous, is the form part of it. And you know, my shooting wasn't as good as it should be, by no means. But I began to work on different things, trying to fix it, trying to be an aimer, trying to do this, trying to do that. And it cost me a nice little buck last year because I had a complete meltdown with all this brain work I was doing, trying to overcome the target panic with checks and balances and all kind of little things like that. I apologize for this racket back here. My neighbor is probably the busiest guy I know. And I think he could burn off a lot of the energy if he'd get out here and rake my leaves and cut my grass. You know, that's all trying to help him out. But anyway, it's kind of noisy over there. I'm sorry, but this is the real world. All right, but what's helped me the most in the target panic, and number one is stop the aiming and all that crap, learning to shoot, going back to the hill style method of shooting. I've said that, but I won't get it for you all the way because you'll still end up shooting in front of your face, not hitting anchor. And so Jason, my buddy Jason, he had a tip for me, and he had fought target panic for a little while, and he would draw the bow with down low, lower than he wanted to shoot, hit anchor, and then come up, you know, make his good shots. And he didn't do that. He only did that to over the target panic. I guess if he felt antsy a little bit, he started doing it to keep himself, you know, in shape, in shooting shape. And so I tried that for a while, and it helped, immediately helped. But then I would catch myself snatching my arm up on target. And so any change you make while you're doing this stuff, that it helps, if a change, because it makes you think about it. And so, which for a hunting situation to me is not good. But and what it does is, the whole part of the target panic for me was getting the anchor. So by drawing the bow with my arrow pointing downward, I knew I was going to shoot in the dirt. So I would hit anchor. Then once I adjusted back to my spot, I would end up snatching myself up and throwing a shot. And so I started drawing to the right of the target. And that helped for a little while, but it didn't fix the problem. I would hit anchor. The only pig I've killed this year, I shot like that. I drew on its hip and then swung over and made a pretty decent shot on the pig. But fixing it, I watched this guy, and I should have wrote his name down. It's Cincy maybe, or something like that. I think he's from Australia. But he had a thing that helped a lot, as well as the book that I got from Donnie Wilkerson, a longbow book. I forget the name of that too. But anyway, he had a drill, a 3-second drill. I did videos on that, where you close your eyes, draw the bow, count to 3, and then open your eyes and shoot or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you how bad my target panic was when I first started trying to cure the target panic and not just put a band-aid on it. Is I couldn't draw the bow with, like, you know, on the 3-second drill, you look at your spot, you draw the bow back, then close your eyes, count to 3, open your eyes, and then shoot. I had to close my eyes before I ever started drawing the bow, or I would shoot, even with my eyes closed. But if I never looked at the spot, I would draw my bow, and I was able to do that. And just through doing that over and over and over, I got where I could open my eyes, pick my spot. The target, I've come to realize the target is what gives me target panic, or what gave me target panic out there. And so I began to draw the bow, and then close my eyes once I got here, and count to 3, and I built in hitting the anchor. I built in hitting anchor, and then I got where I could have my eyes open, draw the bow, hit anchor, count to 3, let down, or either shoot, either one I wanted to do. And so I started doing something regular. I watched the guy I'm telling you about, the Sensi or Shot Sensi or something like that, and he had some words that he said. And there again, this is thinking. I don't want to do this hunting, but I want to build a shot that happens automatic without thought. But he would draw the bow, he would say maximum. And that's one thing that was hurting my target panic, is strain. If you're overbowed or straining, it'll hurt you, cause target panic. But I was shooting before hitting complete rotation. I always thought, you anchor in the corner of your mouth, that's what you do. You could have your elbow up here and do that and not have back tension. So if you rotate around and engage your shoulders, it's like you're shooting less pounds, because everything's in a line. The structure of it is holding the bow weight, the alignment. I can't explain that. But his first word in his shot process was maximum, meaning maximum draw. And so you would come back and swing around, and if I do that, I'm past the corner of my mouth, but the alignment's there. So I would shoot in the corner of my mouth and not have good alignment, my anchor in the corner of my mouth. So I said, well, I'm going to beat this stuff. I'm not going to band-aid it. I'm going to beat it, and I'm going to do it. I hope the sun ain't messing us up there. Maybe not. I'm going to beat it from the bottom up. I'm gonna build this shot process and beat this target panic. Then when I'm in a hunting situation, I can shoot without thought. And all this stuff is built into automatic, because I care nothing about holding the bow long. I just want to get solid anchor. And this helped the most, by building a shot process that I can do over and over and over until it became habit without thought. And if I catch myself going back, if I shoot with one uncontrolled shot, then I'll spend an entire shooting session doing this process over and over and over until it's back normal. And I can actually, when I start to draw, I don't know how I'm going to do on an animal, because I ain't shot one since I did this. But I know out here in the yard, I put tons of pressure on myself for my first shot of the day. I came out here earlier this morning, shot 22 yards out of this chair hunting, and hit the water bottle down there, first shot, drilled it. It's really, my confidence is really elevated. And I've been doing this for quite some time. I just hadn't said nothing about it. And I just wanted to make sure that it's working for me, and it has worked. You have to have a shot process. Any really good shooter will tell you this. I remember reading John Schultz's book. He says Howard Hill had him shooting, counting 1, 2, 3. He's building a shot process. But if you watch his video when he's shooting, you know nothing about all that, because he just comes up and shooting. It happens automatic. It happens automatic because he practiced a shot process to get it there. And so this is my shot process. I'm talking about my practice to build the automatic shot process. I'll pick my spot. I'll say maximum draw. That means I come back maximum draw, and my anchor now is my thumb right here and the back of my cheekbone, not the front of it where it moves your eye around, but the back of my cheekbone. I say maximum draw. I come back right there, and I say hold, 2, 3, and then the shot goes off. And I don't, the guy, the shot sensei, he don't count, he wiggles his toes. And he says you'll speed up your count, your cadence, and you'll say hold, 2, 3. And he said you'll build target panic like that. He said you can't twinkle your toes fast. So he hits anchor, twinkles his toes twice, and then he says push and shoots. So I did this process, and it works for me. Now I can shoot without thinking all that crap, and I come out, my first shot of the day is killing. And I'm not going to talk that much more about it. I can just tell you, you will not shoot your way out of target panic. You have to fix it from the ground up. There's a lot of band-aids you can do, but you have to fix it from the ground up. In a 3-second drill, like I'm telling you, I went from not being able to draw my bow with my eyes open and hit anchor without shooting when I had no intentions of shooting, to I had to start start out closing my eyes, hitting anchor, doing 3-second drill. Then after I got good at that, I was able to draw the bow back with my eyes open and do the 3-second drill. And every now and then I would shoot. When you do that, if it overcomes you one time, you start back over. And now I won't stop on my shooting sessions until I've shot 6 perfect arrows. Doing my count, I'm talking about practice now, doing my count and going all the way through my shot process. And then it has to be 6 perfect arrows. But my first shot of the day, I do none of that. I will tell myself maximum draw. When I'm on my spot, say maximum draw. I come back maximum draw, I'm bearing down and I shoot really fast, but I'm at anchor. Jeff Phillips is probably one of the best shots I've ever seen, him and Chris Bikes. They shoot completely opposites. But Jeff shoots the way that I'm trying to get to, by picking his spot, coming to anchor, and he shoots just that fast with incredible accuracy. I would encourage you to watch his channel and you'll pick up a lot of tips. So here we go. Let's try to make a perfect shot right here before we go ahead and get in the house there and get something cooking for dinner. We got 20 yards. And I'm not concerned that much about where I hit. I just want to show you, and I'm going to say it as I go. All right, I'm on my spot. And the guy on the video says, say it out loud before you shoot. So I'll say maximum draw, hold, 2, 3. Now let's do it. Maximum draw, hold, 2, 3, blam. There we go. That's how you do it. And I mean, I'd have killed a deer right there. I missed what I was shooting at about that much, but I wasn't really worried so much about accuracy. So I'm gonna cut the camera off, go get my arrow, and shoot a shot in hunting mode without thought, and show you what I do there. All right, so we've done that practicing. You've seen my shot process and my the drill type things that I've done to overcome the target panic, because drawing the bow to anchor, just that could not happen before this. So what we're gonna do now, we pretending we hunting. I'm not worried about holding the bow back for no hold 2, 3. I want to draw the bow back, get on my spot, hit anchor right here, and have my total alignment and make a good shot. This is hunting without thought. Here we go. Remember, shooting out of a chair, you can't hunch your back, because you can't there's no way to get back tension with your back hunched. You got to bend at the waist if you're going to bend over, okay? I don't know if you heard that, but that was a whack of a 20-yard water bottle away down there I just shot. Y'all keep the good Lord first. See you next time.